Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm not sure if this is going to come out the way I want it to because I'm not recording on my phone. I'm recording on my laptop, and honestly, I don't even think I can put it up on YouTube. Hopefully I can. But that's not y'all problem. That's my problem. But since we are in this quarantine thing, I decided to go ahead and talk about how you can build a strong relationship, especially the ones that's in your house, the ones that you're quarantined with, and all that stuff. Um, and I hope that this help you guys because I have been using it um, with myself, with having a relationship with myself, with having a relationship with someone else, with having a relationship with my friends and family. So, I hope that this help you guys as much as it helped me. So, I'm gonna get straight into this video. Before I get started, I hope you guys go ahead and like this video. And if you want to see more videos like this, you already know what you have to do. Comment it below this video. Also subscribe, of course. And when you subscribe, you have a bell. Hit that bell to be notified every time I decide to upload a video. And let's get into this video. Um, the first thing that's very important is to understand why someone feels some way. So this is where you're supposed to have like the weekly state of the union, okay? Um, it's basically a discussion. This is not an argument. This is not where you get a free complaint session. This is made mainly an update between the both of you, just for some clearance to say to stay on the right path. This is not a place where you said, it's your fault you did this, and always complain about something that is not relevant. So this is not a complaint session to the ones who love to argue with people. So this is not one of them sessions. This is one of them sessions to where you guys see where you're at, what you need to work on, just to stay on the right path. Also we must talk. I don't care if you're in a relationship or not. You must learn how to talk. You must understand you must talk frequently and honestly about your frustration. If you feel a certain way, you should talk about it. And I'm sorry, you guys. And I think I'm getting sick, and I thought it was from the pollen, but I don't know what it is now. But back to what I was talking about. You must make a point to talk frequently and honest about your frustrations. Like at this point, you cannot leave any topics off limits. Like if you want to talk about the romance in the room, that should be open to where you guys can talk about it. Cause sometimes that's the biggest problem. You also don't want to lead into arguing and fighting. Um, and I'm gonna say this throughout the whole video. Arguing and fighting is off limits, especially when you're trying to build a strong relationship. I feel like personally you can have a conversation with your significant other, with your family, with your friends, and not be arguing about it. Because sometimes arguing about it doesn't fix the situation, it just makes it 10 times worse. And that's what I believe. And honestly, back in the day, to get my point across, I used to argue. I used to scream. I used to fight with people just to get my point across. And I noticed that do not help. So I stopped doing it and I tried to open up more, talk to people. Make it my point to talk frequently about how I feel. Because no one really can assume, no one really can think how you feel. They only make assumptions of how you feel. So it's up to you to actually open up and say, hey, I feel this way because you did this. But don't make it always seem like it's the other person's fault you feel a certain way. Sometimes it's your fault that you feel that way because you didn't open up when they first did it. So they're going to constantly do it. So, just talk about it. Okay? You can't have a strong relationship without talking. You have to talk. Try to work together. So anything that comes up, you can't solve everything on your own, so don't even try. It's a partnership thing, so you have to work as a partner. Okay? Just like you have a business. If you go in business with another person, that becomes a partnership. And if you want to solve every issue that the business have on your own, then why do you have a partner? Another thing I want to say, don't get stuck on the wrong and right situation. Okay, I understand some people say, um, I did this and that makes me wrong. But then it becomes again another wrong and right situation. So if you get into that situation and you think, well, I messed up and you messed up, then we could just fix it together. Don't always make it seem like one person is wrong and one person is right. Because sometimes people shut down that way. I know if you say, I'm wrong, you did this, you did this, you did this, then next time I have a problem, I won't come to you with it. Point blank, period. Okay? Sometimes you always got to keep your connection. Your connection is communication, affection, understanding, and concern for one another. Of course, in any relationship, you have to communicate. In a relationship, you have to keep affection. You have to understand why a person feel the way they are feeling. It's always a reason why they feel that way, but it's up to that person to voice how they feel, and then and for you to understand what you did to make them feel that way. Um, and just show that you're concerned about how they feel and all of that stuff. Have a sense of humor. Give the benefit of the doubt. I tried my best to find a humor in any situation. That's what you have to do. Um, Cause some situation is not as serious as we think they are. We just say they are, even though they are not. Um, okay, you didn't sweep the floor. We're not gonna make an issue about it. Okay. um it's a lot of situations that we face today that we can find a humor in it. It's a lot of situations that we have going on today that we can find a positive in it. Just like with this quarantine and this virus and stuff, we have to stay in the house. Granted, you don't have to stay inside your house all day. You could be outside of your house. You could be playing with the kids. You could be doing anything to find a positive in that situation. Doesn't mean you spending more time with your family, more time with your kids, and all of this stuff. You're building a stronger relationship with your partner, even though it might be your girlfriend or boyfriend. But at the time, it's a union, so that makes him your partner. Another thing I want to tell you guys about, sometimes this whole we both get busy and all this stuff, so we sometimes tend to pull away from each other. And honestly, I could say in my relationship, we both got busy, okay, and we pulled away from each other. But I feel like this quarantine or having days off really brought us closer together. Now I'm not saying that these problems will be fixed overnight, and we have 2 weeks. Praying I don't have 2 more weeks, but we have 2 weeks to actually build something for the both of us. So you have time to work on it. And you can spend time with your family. Especially since we're on this quarantine thing, you can cook in the kitchen with your kids. You can show your kids how to clean up. You can do anything. You can spring clean with your kids. You can do anything. Find anything to do besides sit around, argue, and be bored with each other. Show each other a good time. You can show each other a good time inside your home. You don't have to go out all the time. Also communicate openly and honest. Good communication is a key part of any relationship, and we all know that. Um, Sometimes we just don't agree with it. We don't understand it, and some of us get pig headed, and we just assume the person that we're with know what we're going through, know what's wrong, know what's why we're shutting down, but sometimes they don't. Everybody go through different stuff that other people don't know what's going on with you. So you have to be the one to sit there and say, look, this is wrong with me, and this is the reason why I feel this way, and all of that stuff. At the same time, you have to be a good listener. If your partner come to you, oh shit, And I don't know why I decided to make this video while my sinus and allergies was acting up. But we just gonna keep it rolling, okay? Cause these videos won't get no better if this pollen don't clear up. But anyways, you have to be a good listener. If your partner comes to you and say, "This is my problem," then they expect for you to actually listen to them. And at this point, you're supposed to understand why they feel some way, okay? Now, if you do the same thing over and over and your partner feel a certain way about it and she came and told you about it, but you weren't listening and she have to repeat herself, then she's going to get angry and angry. And then that's the reason why we have separations. That's the reason why we have breakups. That's the reason why we have divorce. Because that means you're not listening. And we learned good listening when we was in kindergarten, first, second, third grade. So it should be something that comes easy to you. Everything is not about you. Stop being selfish. I can't say I do have selfish moments, but my selfish moments is not bad selfish moments. It's the selfish moments where I want my significant other to myself. I want them to talk to me, not to other people. That's not having a bad selfish moments. But what I will say is a bad selfish moment when you want your partner just to talk to you, nobody else, because you don't trust nobody else. That's selfish. Because you have to remind yourself they have to go back to work, so they got to talk to somebody. And they have friends, so they got to talk to their friends. Sometimes to get a clear understanding of something, sometimes people go talk to other people that they trust and that they know, and people that trust and know them, to get an understanding of where you coming from, so you can't feel like you need to talk to me. This is all about it. Stop putting our business in the street, which I understand it so clearly. I understand it. But you have to understand sometimes them going to ask their parents about something or going to ask their best friends about something, sometimes it's going to help your relationship. Even though I'm not the person to go ask my friends about a situation. If I can't come to you about that situation, or if I see we're not fixing the situation, or whatever I say is making the situation worse, then that's when I talk to my counselor or I talk to one of my best friends. But me bringing my parents in, bringing extra people in, I don't do that. Because somebody is in your friendship circle, somebody is in your circle, period. Wait for you to mess up so they can just swoop on in. And I'm not with that. Okay? Like I was saying, you can always find something that you both enjoy doing. Just like I said, I don't care you talking about the kids. I don't care you talking about your parents. I don't care you talking about your friends, especially your significant other. Find something that you both enjoy doing together. If she like painting and you like drawing, do it together. Okay? um Recognize what is important to your partner. Like I said, if it's important to them, then most of the time, 50% of the time, it's going to be important to you. It's not 100% important because it's not something that you'll normally do on a daily basis, but to them, they want you to do it with them. So why not stop acting like everything has to be something you want to do? You have to understand it's a partnership. So you have to understand that sometimes your partner want to do girly things or manly things, or sometimes your partner want to go play with the kids, or sometimes everything is not based on what you want to do in a relationship, especially in a relationship. Okay, that's one thing we have to get straight. Everything you want to do is a partnership. So one day, since we got 2 weeks, and I know this video is probably late, but at this point we got 2 weeks. Okay? One day you do something, the next day he'll do something. Okay, it's just a partnership. Then the next day the kids will do something. Just know that you stand at home. This is where you need to start building. Learn how to respectfully resolve conflict. You have to do that. No matter what else you do, you have to learn how to fix the conflict respectfully. Don't argue with your person, with your partner. Don't say, "Look, this is how it's gonna be," because sometimes the way you fix situation is not the best way. So you have to learn how to resolve it without all the drama, without all the anger and all this stuff. Always remember, never go to bed angry. And I can say this: I don't care if you're in a long distance relationship or anything. Never let your partner go to bed angry. Because let me tell you something: if you go to bed angry, you're gonna wake up with doubts. And I did that, and I refuse to do that again. Because that could be the worst feeling ever. So I hope you guys have took something away from this video. If not everything, I hope you guys have took something. Below this video, let me know what you guys think about this video. Let me know what you guys took away from this video. If you guys want me to do more videos like this, you already know what you have to do. Just comment below this video. Also, before you leave, don't forget to hit the notification bell. Also, you guys, hopefully I can do something to get this video up. Hopefully sooner than I think I can. Okay? But I hope you guys have a great day, a great weekend whenever you're watching this. And if it's the weekend, you guys stay out of trouble. I know we can't because we can't go nowhere. But I want to see you guys here Monday. Bye, guys.